Hi, this is Carrie from Scrapyard Chicks, and I just wanted to show you a really fast, fun, and easy little Valentine project we're going to do. We are going to make these great little paper folded hearts, and then you're going to string them together and make a great little garland. And this is just a really super fast, fun, and easy project. You could do this with your kids. I mean, there's really nothing too complicated about it. And we're going to start out with, you need a piece of double-sided, probably cardstock weight paper. You might be able to do it with a little bit of a thinner paper. And you need a piece that's 4 by 12. You're going to cut that into strips that are 1 by 12. And then from those strips, you're going to cut it, cut 2 of the strips so that they're you end up with a 1 by 4 and a 1 by 8 off of each strip. So cut one at 4, and then you end up with a 4 and an 8. You're going to do that to 2 of the strips. The other 2 you're going to cut in half, so you end up with pieces that are 1 by 6. And then we actually don't need this other piece. We only need 3 of these, so you can just go ahead and put that one off to the side. So, so then what we're going to do is we are going to form these into our little ornament. I'm just going to take my little labels off there. So we're going to start out with one of the 8-inch pieces. And one of the things that you need to decide is what you want on the outside. Both sides show. You can decide if you want, you know, this has got a really pretty pink and it's got a really pretty red. And I think I'm actually going to do the pink on the outside of this one. Let's just kind of see what kind of other colors I have. You know what? Actually, no, I think I'll do the red on the outside. So you're going to go ahead and you are going to line these up along the bottom. So we're going to start out with an 8-inch strip. And then next to it, we're going to do a 6-inch. And we want those facing the same way. We're just going to kind of line those up. So we have our 1 by 8, our 1 by 6. And then we're going to put down a 1 by 4. Just keep lining those up along the bottom. And then we're going to put another 1 by 6 going the same direction, just like that. Then we're going to change directions. When I say that, we're just going to turn the papers over. We're going to take another one of our 1 by 4s, but instead of doing the pink side up, this time we're going to do the pink side down so that we end up with the red facing up towards us like this. And then we're going to do the same thing on the next strip, which is a 1 by 6. And then our last one is a 1 by 8, and we're going to do the same thing. So we've got these all lined up at the bottom. So basically we've got 4 strips facing one way and 4 strips facing the other way. Now one of the things you can do is you can use glue at the bottom of this, but you want to do something really, really easy. Use a stapler. Oops, I need to load up my stapler. Just a second, I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our strips all lined up along the bottom. And then what we're going to do is you could use glue dots and attach these together. You only want them to glue together down here on the bottom edge. You want that top end loose. I just used a tiny attacher stapler, and that really kind of goes through all the layers. If you're not sure if it's going to go through all the layers, go ahead and staple it again, going the other direction, so you just capture both of those layers. Okay, so then you've got these pieces like this. Now we've got one 6-inch piece, so we've got 7 pieces all together. We've got a 6-inch piece that's kind of the center. We don't want to do anything with that. That one's just going to stay loose for now. We're going to work with the 3 outer pieces. So you're going to take the longest one, the 1 by 8, and the 1 by 6, and the 1 by 4, and you're just going to kind of gather them together along their top edge, like this. And just give that, either glue it or give it a staple, just to attach those together. Many of you may have seen this done as a Christmas ornament last year. One of my friends, Judy, made me one of these at my house. You're going to do the same thing with the other side. So take the 1 by 8, that 1 by 6, and that 1 by 4. Just even up those, make sure they're all even along the top edge. And then just go ahead and staple them together. So you've got a piece that looks like this right now, okay? So then what we're going to do is we're going to bend those outer edges in like this, and that's going to give us our fantastic little heart. Isn't that the cutest thing? So what I'm going to do is for this step, I'm actually going to use a glue dot. So on this outside part right here, I'm just going to use a big glue dot or 2, depending on, you know, how much hold you think you need there. And then you want to adhere that about 2 inches from the bottom of the strip right here. So just kind of secure that down. You could staple this if you wanted to. I just have a lot of kind of staples going on. We're going to repeat that same thing with the other edge. So we'll put a couple glue dots on there, or you could use liquid adhesive if you want, or a piece of super tape. So we're going to go ahead and put those glue dots on there. And then we just want to line that up so that those cut edges are on the inside are the same, so our heart will be even on the sides. And there you have it. That's all you need to do. And so then to finish up this project, what we're going to do is we're going to punch a hole in the top of that strip, and we might end up cutting that down. I'm going to make about 5 of these, and then I'm going to string them together, and then I'll show you what they look like when they're hanging across my mantle. Another step, if you wanted to, is you could punch a hole in the bottom here, and you could dangle something else below that. But this is just a really fast, fun, and easy project, and I'll be back in a second to show you what it looks like when I make a couple more of these. Okay, so I have all of my hearts done. I did 5. And then what I did at the top here is they were a little bit long, so I just took about that top inch, folded it over, and then I punched my hole. Now, depending on where you're going to hang it really is going to depend on how much ribbon that you want to thread through. If you're using a narrow ribbon like this, you're probably going to want to thread it through and then just tie sort of an overhand knot at the top of each one to kind of keep them in place. But if you're using a wider ribbon like this really pretty sheer one, the nice thing is that once you thread that through, it actually holds them in place pretty well, so that I can just slide those around on my ribbon to have them hang exactly where I want those to go. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to thread these all on, I'm going to go hang this on my mantle, and then I'm going to shoot a photograph of what that looks like. And if you want to go to our blog for Scrapyard Chicks, it's in the description there in the YouTube video. You will be able to see what this looks like when it's all finished and hanging up. And I thank you for watching our little Valentine's project. We're going to try and do something every day this week leading up to Valentine's Day, just something real quick and easy like this. So thanks very much, and our website is www.scrapyardchicks.com. Thanks.